This is the stereotypes.
The Ikwerre people, they are at it again because there are a lot of videos I've watched from the elders and from even the guys who are on the streets. And you can categorically say that it's not a new thing. The hate towards the Igbo is well established. Or should I say the hate? Let me just use the word hate. And so some of them who are actually against the Igbo. But there's something that have heightened this hate, and they are not fighting the right people. Why fight the Igbos? Where your brother accepted to be the Ohaneze President. And this thing, I have not seen anything that actually angered a lot of these elders who are anti-Igbo within the Ikwerre community, like the president of John Mbata. John Mbata being the president of Ohaneze Igbo, they see it as actually maybe a betrayal from John himself, and they say Igbo expansionist. That's what they're actually saying. I'm showing a lot of videos in this episode. And the good thing here is not all the Ikweres agree that they're Igbos. There are some other who say they're not Igbo. There are other who say they're Igbos. Not all the Ikweres are against Igbos. And the other ones who are not against Igbos, the Igbos owe them a duty to actually align with them wherever opportunity presents itself. And that is what they've done by making John Mbata the president. Even if there are only one or two persons who actually accept to be culturally Igbo within the Ikwerre and the Delta region, they will also enjoy whatever thing that is given to them by the Igbos.
The concern of genuine and responsible Eneka citizens today is that there is a misrepresentation of the name we are called. And this borders on our nativity. And so we have invited you to hear the true side of the Eneka man's story. We have invited you to come help us take this story across with emphasis that Eneka is not an enclave of the Igbo man. We have invited you to say that though he has made public today, and we now know that his ancestry is Igbo land, hitherto no Eneka man had that knowledge. But today, by his own disclosure, it's clear to us that he is not an Eneka man.
I find it very, very, very funny that the Ikwerre people are actually fighting the Igbos instead of actually directing their anger towards their brother. There are a lot of people who vied for this post, and even somebody actually had a parallel election. So you see, it was a competitive process. Somebody had also claimed to have been elected the president. So why not direct this your target towards these people who actually chose this? As much as you choose where you belong, the other people also can choose where they belong.
It's embarrassing to Ikwerre people for this kind of thing to be coming up every day, every time. And we have discovered that the reasons why these things are happening, probably because of the presence, dominance of Igbo in Ikwerre land. I suggest very strongly, maybe we check marrying Igbo wives. We check it. We check selling of our lands to Igbo people. We check it. We check allowing Igbos access to opportunities that are available to Ikwerre people. Admissions, scholarships. They infiltrate all of them. So we have to check all of this about Ikwerre and other pan-Ikwerre groups.
Now, it's very funny that people in Guinea want to be Igbo. People in America, like the Igbo community in that place, Igbo community in Japan, the Igbo community in Equatorial Guinea, they strongly and passionately identify with the Igbos, but not the Igbo communities within Nigeria itself. That's just, there's something just awkward about that. Anything within Nigeria is anti-Igbo. There are a lot of people who don't, Igbos in Kogi, a lot of them who agree, a lot of people also who don't want to associate themselves with Igbo. But the people within, outside this border of the Nigerian state, passionately want to identify themselves as Igbos. Those who were born in Japan and all those places, they are passionate about it and so proud of that their heritage. Only the guys inside. Now, there's another funny thing about this. Do you know that there are around like 30 or something dialects, like known dialects within the Southeast region and outside the Southeast region who are of Igbo speaking. That's Igbonoid clusters. And do you know that the Ikwerre language that is spoken is more relatable to the Central Igbo than a lot of the dialects within the Southeast region? It's just a fact. Some people will not be happy about this. And I don't like when people come to this conversation to start calling names of the Soka Abakaleke. No, there's no problem. But that's a fact. And that could actually be attributed to the fact that Central Igbo was actually originated from some part of Imo, the current day Imo today. So that was when they picked that and proximity. That place is closer to those riverine areas, more than some other part of like the northern Igbo. You understand? So this is a fact, and a lot of people can relate to this fact that the people outside this region, that the Ikwerre itself has, like, when they speak, majority of the Igbo language, Igbo speaking guys understand it very, very well. And it's quite different from like people from the Banki side and people from Delta also. Some part of Delta, when they speak, you don't really understand what they are saying, but they actually tend to understand the Central Igbo more than we actually understand their own from that side. So some people have actually claimed that in Ikwerre, they might have multiple of origins. Some people are from Benin, some people are from Igbo. Let it be so. Let nobody threaten the other with will not sell land to you, will not marry you. This thing has to stop. These things don't make sense. These old men should understand that as much as they have made their own choice, you cannot make the choice for John Mbata, and that must be made clear. And also not push people to. I think some of them are even drumming for wars and drumming for violence. No, we are not for that. No, we can have this conversation without actually resorting to that.